Alright everyone, welcome back to another stream this week. Everything is all up and ready to go for once. I say for once, but I normally have everything up and ready, it's just whether I'm able to actually move it over fast enough. But yeah, like I said, welcome back to another meeting at the Gaming Roundtable this week. There's been a lot, and yeah, normally there's a lot of red on screen, but there's a few things going on this week, so we definitely will make sure to start going through some of that. Let's first of all, yep, the new change. You can claim rewards and dispatch new assignments with a single click. I absolutely love the fact that they did this. It is beautiful and I love it. I'm just so happy. It feels so good to be able to just click all in one area. I guess we'll do messages next. I guess we'll just kind of work our way down, except the events page, because that's a lot of stuff going on in there. Let's see Misha first. I want to buy a bigger storage chest, or a big storage chest. Interesting way to start a conversation. Yeah, with the exploding cloud candies that the customer gave me yesterday, my drawer is already stuffed full of souvenirs from various planets. I split some into smaller portions. I'll bring you some when I see you next time. They taste a bit like a spicier version of mint, but the aftertaste is surprisingly fresh and sweet. This flavor matches the impression I get from that customer perfectly. He was tall and strong with a ferocious expression and a great axe on his back. Yeah, that would leave an impression on anyone. He looked a lot like Boss Stone. I spent a lot of time preparing myself mentally before going to help him. A customer that likes gifting you sweets. It's got a nice contrast to it. It does. I was super cautious when I asked him if he wanted to help taking his luggage up. When I realized he was the silent type, I got even more scared and actually tripped over. When I climbed back to my feet, I realized that the customer had already taken his luggage and had taken the lift upstairs. Thankfully, I didn't make any mistakes when I cleaned his room, and I even fixed his dreamscape room clock. When I went back, he was not there, but he had left a pack of exploding cloud candy for me. I breathed a huge sigh of relief. That kind of recognition felt amazing. Do you think, if I keep working hard like this, I'll receive enough candies from guests to cover for me for the rest of my life? Yeah, I don't think candies, I don't think you should eat candy every day. I don't know. It's an awful lot. I'm not a kid anymore. I may have had tooth decay before, but I've been careful But I've been careful ever since. I have to go and greet guests. Talk to you soon. Talk to you again soon. Jeez Louise. We have a lot of messages, and I'm very confused as to why. Great. The first thing we get from Sampo is fam. Ah, boy. I've been thinking about something. I think, after being in the business for so long... Can you just send one message, please? This is aggravating. After being in the business so long, I'm really tired. I want to quit. What do you think? I mean, if you're talking about scamming, I think it's a good thing. Haha, you're so funny. Honestly, I thought so too. It's not easy to just quit, though. Gotta do other businesses to feed mouths, right? For that to happen, I have to have a capital. Gotta shower? That's one way to stop a conversation, I guess. I gotta have a shower, talk to you soon. I haven't finished yet. Friend? Hello? Are you really showering? Oh. When he says capital, he means like he needs money. And he's asking us for money. Yeah, okay, never mind. That's why we cut it off. Oh, a package. Got a package delivered to the Express. I do recall the Express has received one of these things before, no? What kind of package? So mysterious. Yes, the Express's records did mention this has happened before. Oh, that thing. I remember now. Trailblazer, this is some good stuff. You better get back and have a look. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. What in the world is it? Does it say who's supposed to receive it? Does it have my name on it? This is a package sent to the Express from another nameless in the cosmos. I knew you'd be interested. Remember to take a look once you get back to the Express. I mean, I guess we'll start heading back. And I love how, like, space anchors are actually canon to the game. You always think, like, how in the world do other characters react to us just teleporting everywhere? And I love how space anchors are literally a part of the game. Like, that's how the nameless move around. Pom Pom will be waiting. I don't know why he's gonna... I forgot Pom Pom is Pom Pom, so why it's cleaning, but okay. A lot of compensation for just stuff, I guess. Nameless Honor. I think it's reset, right? Yeah, okay. So that reset. Activate it. Claim nothing. There is a new warp, because obviously new characters. Nothing down here, sorry. I just wanted to click on to make sure. So we have Lotcha's Light Cone, Acheron's Light Cone, obviously Lotcha, which it's very difficult for me because I like Lotcha is a very, very good pick for support and for healing. However, we'll play Acheron in a bit. I love Acheron's playstyle. And I know I say that about a decent amount of characters, but like there's just some things that I feel like Acheron does that it's just super cool. Because I think the other one is just putting us other stuff. We'll check out some of this. I don't know why all these are new, because I'm fairly confident we had some of these files already. I'll just click through all of them. Obviously, we're not going to read through all these because I don't have the voice to read every single one of these files. I mean, that's just under factions. Then here's all the stuff for all the characters, or the eons. And then you go for characters, and I think each character has their... Yeah, they have like their own voices and stuff. Yeah, no. Nah, I can't do all that. It does kind of stink, though, that we only have 26 out of 46. I mean, then again, that is over half, I think. I'm fairly confident it's over half, so that's actually not too bad. It just stinks, because I would love to have... Wait, we don't have Arlen, Hanya, or Gallagher? Well, obviously Gallagher we don't have, but... I didn't know we were missing Arlen and Hanya. Huh, interesting. New terms, Penacony, Storm Disaster, Ron May. Yeah, just... Like I said, just a bunch of stuff for some reason that popped up. Missions. There's a few more missions. We'll get to the ones that are more focused on events because they'll like actually lead to the from the event page. Other than that, I think we'll go into the travel log. Once again, go to the bottom before trying to figure everything else out and just work our way up. But okay, hold on. Sorry, I don't know what it is, but I know my family has been getting over a sickness, and I don't know if I'm somewhat sick. I'm not confident on it, though. That's why I might sound a bit weird. It's because my voice is kind of it's just, I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm sick or if I have allergies or what have you. But yeah, Simulated Universe World 9, which I love the fact that we keep getting expansions of the Simulated Universe because I didn't like the Simulated Universe to begin with. Not like I don't like how they're doing it. I don't like the constant week by week having to battle it 20 different times to get all rewards. But it's just, oh my gosh, more worlds just means I have to fight through more things. Yukong, Lynx. This isn't new. However, this is, so we'll start obviously from Dan Heng, work our way up to Acheron, but we might go fast through the first 2 4-stars, but then once we get into Gallagher and onward, we'll take those characters and go a bit more slow. Because we've already seen Dan Heng and Pella before, so it's not too big of a deal. Dan Heng increases wind resistance penetration when this character becomes a target of an ally's ability. Increased damage is dealt to slow enemies. Yeah, like I said, we'll just run up real fast, defeat it, and get it over with.
This will strengthen our position.
Cloud Lancer Art, North Wind, basic attack. Cloud Lancer Art Torrent skill deals wind damage to a single enemy. Upon a critical hit, there's a high chance of slowing the enemy. Ethereal Dream Ultimate deals massive wind damage to a single enemy. If the enemy is slowed, damage multiplier dealt will be increased. Superiority of Reach talent when becoming a target of an ally's ability, their next attack's wind resistance penetration increases. This effect can be triggered again after 2 turns. Splitting Spearhead technique. After they use their technique, their attack is increased at the start of the next battle. Sorry, Yeah, it's just normally when they use stuff, they'll say his and stuff, but it's interesting how they say after they use their technique. I know it's not too big of a detail. It's just I don't know. It's just interesting to me because normally they're very consistent with how they say things. So hearing them change it up is kind of interesting for me. Whatever. Like I said, we're gonna go pretty fast through this one because I don't see any reason to like stay too far on it. Dan Heng is pretty self-explanatory, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna use him as like a main focal unit for like a fight. Let's also shield Dan Heng so he doesn't get destroyed. Yeah, I think the only reason this battle takes as long as it does is because Dan Heng is not like they haven't leveled him up enough. Which I think is intentional, so you can like take your time to battle, but I just don't see the reason in it. Dan Heng is pretty straightforward. Okay, that one's over. Let's claim that, move over to Pella. Like I said though, there's a lot of events in this next one, so I'm kind of excited for all these. But Pella reduces all enemies' defense, removes buff from a single enemy. I think today we're definitely going to start with the Trailblaze mission because I just feel like that's a very good place to start. Obviously, after we go through all the events and kind of at least like touch on them, but after that we'll go straight into the Trailblaze mission. Pella, Frost Shot, basic attack, which obviously minor ice damage. Frostbite skill dispels one buff from an enemy target and deals ice damage to the target enemy. Zone Suppression ultimate. Has a high chance of lowering enemies' defense and deal minor ice damage to all enemies. Data collection talent. After using an attack, if the enemy target is currently inflicted with debuffs, Pella regenerates energy. Preemptive Strike. Technique. Attacks the enemy after entering battle. Deals minor damage to a random single enemy with a high chance of lowering the defense of all enemy targets. Well, that's good. That kind of helps.
We have the upper hand.
There's no buff so far. Or no, actually, sorry. The shield does count as a buff, so we can remove that and then do damage. Nah, let's get rid of this one. I don't like these automaton beetles. They're kind of annoying.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Let's see. Can we defeat them? Oh, we can. Oh, we can't remove the buff because I don't have any skill points. Whoops.
Ready for another?
That's not bad. It's not like it matters, though. I'd be very surprised if we somehow lose a battle.
Commencing support.
He's still buffed, so we'll get rid of the buff. And I guess finish it off, maybe? Okay, that did not finish it off like I thought it would.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated.
This definitely should, though. Yeah.
We have
Yeah, let's just finish it off with the ultimates. There we go. Grab that. Now we move on to Gallagher. So we'll take it at... I'm not going to say it's going to be too slow, but it'll be somewhat slower. I will say though, this next part's kind of interesting. Once it loads, I guess. It's taken a bit. That's for certain. Okay. It might also be because we've never loaded this before. But first of all, Gallagher inflicts enemies with a special status that restores the attacker's HP, increases break damage taken by enemies. But yeah, it's... I don't know if maybe it's just me, but I don't remember these trials, these character trials, having an area that was different than the Bellabog area. So I mean, it could just be me. Maybe I'm just not remembering right, but it feels very refreshing to have like a new character trial area. I will say that we'll start with Gallagher first. So let's kind of. It's almost like what? It's like the three, not daggers, what are they? Claws. I will say what's very interesting is if you look at his look at the scars on his arm, they actually light up red. Oh wait. Okay, apparently I got an achievement for that. But it just looks really cool because you can kind of see them like all light up along his arms. Maybe it's like trying to like represent like the powers like literally coursing through his arms.
I'll be taking points.
It's just kind of cool. It's like that attention to detail that you don't like they don't have to do, but it's just very cool that they did do it. Corkage Feet, a basic attack. Special Brew, skill. Immediately restores an ally's HP, which, by the way, if you couldn't tell, Gallagher's actually an abundance character, which is super weird, because I was expecting with how much he, like, punches and stuff, I would assume that he was a damage dealer, so, like, some sort of, like, destruction or the hunt character, but he's an abundance, and he'll allow... It's just weird. It's weird to me. Champagne, my bad. Etiquette. Ultimate inflicts besotted? I'm not too sure. On all enemies and deals fire damage to them at the same time. Enhances the next basic attack to Nectar Blitz. Tipsy Tussle, talent. The besotted state makes targets receive more break damage. Every time the target gets attacked by an ally, the attacker's HP is restored. Artisan Elixir, technique, attacks the enemy. After entering battle, inflicts besotted to all enemies and deals minor fire damage to all enemies. I'm trying to remember what besotted. Yeah, the besotted state makes targets receive more break damage. So you're essentially trying to break the target as fast as you can. Which is funny that they do that, because then they paired the, Hold on, jeez Louise. Himiko got, like, absolutely targeted during that. What in the world? But yeah, like, it works with Himiko, since Himiko relies off of, doing break effects. And that's how she, like, triggers her follow-ups. Let's honestly heal Himiko first. Okay, that was kind of interesting, I guess. I love how, like, the heal is literally just him opening up a can, being like, here you go. Have a drink, get healed. Like, alright, I guess. I will say that let's use the... I'm gonna slow down for the ultimate, but let's use the ultimate real fast.
Like a good brew, full-bodied and sweet.
Ooh, it attacks all of them. And yeah, like, see... Kind of like I said, you can kind of see the powers literally welling up within his muscles. That's kind of cool.
My friends, indulge yourself.
Oh my.
You won't get away.
And then obviously then Himiko's follow-up attack relies off of that. I will say though, I do want to see the what was it? Hold on. It was the ultimate. I wanted to figure out what the Nectar Blitz does. Oh, here you go. Nectar Blitz deals fire damage equal to 225 of Gallagher's attack. So essentially, it increases the attack damage of the basic attack. Reduces the target's attack by 14%, lasting for 2 turns. Okay. So it does more damage, but then also debuffs the enemy. When Gallagher uses Nectar Blitz to attack besotted enemies, the HP restore effect of his talent will also apply to other allies for this time. Which the talent, if you don't remember, every time a besotted target gets attacked by an ally, the attacking ally's HP is restored by 516. So I think if I use it, it'll heal all my allies instead of just myself. So that's kind of cool. Oh wait, hold on. Let's speed that back up.
You won't get away.
Alright, let's use that and... I mean, I guess we can't see whether they heal or not. So that's... That kind of stinks, but alright. Alright, let's finish it. I think we got the gist of Gallagher's kit. It's more like a, It's like a leech kit, which is kind of interesting. I know that some characters, like, have the ability to do, like, leech damage and stuff, but it's interesting to see a character specifically focus on leech, and that is how they heal. Yeah, that was easy. I don't know, it's just... like I said, I was not expecting Gallagher to be in abundance. There's, like, nothing here that screams abundance. Like, Lacha, I get. Lacha literally looks like he... like, the cross and the... It looks tranquil. I expected abundance. And then we have Natasha. Natasha make sense. She's a nurse, and she literally has a healing gun. Like, I was expecting abundance. Gallagher looks like he would pull out, like, some, like, hand revolver or something and start shooting people. So I'm like, what? It was very interesting revelation there. Alright, Lacha. Abundance automatically heals allies who are at low HP. Activates a healing field. Allies will regenerate HP after launching an attack. And dispels buffs from all enemies. That's why I said, I really want Lacha for the support, but at the same time... Oh, hold on, I gotta make sure we did this right. I want Lacha for the support, but at the same time, Acheron is just really cool as a damage dealer. It's the conundrum of being a free-to-play player, unfortunately. Let's go on to the kit, though. Thorns of the Abyss, basic attack. Prayer of Abyss Flower, skill. Restores a single ally's HP and gains 1 stack of Abyss Flower. Death Wish, ultimate. Removes 1 buff from all enemies, deals imaginary damage to all enemies, and gains 1 stack of Abyss Flower. Cycle of Life, talent. Deploys a field when Abyss Flower reaches 2 stacks. While the field is active, allies will restore HP after they attack. Mercy of a Fool, technique. After the technique is used, immediately trigger the effect of the talent at the start of the next battle. So essentially we get the Cycle of Life field, and we get... Yeah. So now every time we attack, we'll get healing back.
Receive divinity.
Ready to jam.
I also love how Lacha will just automatically heal allies who get low. Obviously not all the time, because that would be a tad bit too overpowered, and then you basically would never die, but... I do... That's also something else I like about his kit, and it's hard to just say I don't want to summon for him.
Songs for you. Keep up.
You chose the wrong enemy.
I think from here we... Actually, I want to wait until he casts his... Because he should get a buff, right?
No interest in
No? I thought he cast an ability that let him get a buff. Guess not, though. Alright, let's just finish this, honestly. They're pretty weak, unfortunately.
You can fight it or rock with it.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Well, that stinks. They're definitely a tad bit too weak, but that's fine. Alright, now we go on to Acheron. Which is super cool because her showcase actually starts before you even get into a battle. It's really interesting. Alright, inflicts debuffs on enemies to gain charges and unleashes the ultimate. The ultimate ignores enemy weakness types when reducing toughness and further reduces enemies' all-type resistance. The technique can instantly defeat enemies. This is what I was talking about. So I just have to walk up, obviously, right here. Use Acheron's technique to immediately or instantly defeat enemies.
Stream forth. The gleam of old blades.
So yeah, you just immediately destroy them. During exploration, using Acheron's technique to attack normal enemies will instantly defeat them without entering combat. When not hitting enemies, no technique points are consumed. You know what? I do wonder if her technique actually allows you to gain rewards too. So if I go up to this guy and defeat them instantly, does that mean I also get the experience and the items that I would get if I were to defeat them normally? Man, see, now I just want to get her just to test that, because that's a really powerful thing if so. But here, we can kind of look at it outside of combat, but it kind of, you'll see in a bit, but it kind of turns into her other form that she has. I do like, though, how, I don't know why everything's so close up, it's kind of weird for me, but if you kind of look when we use it, she's not making the exact same slash, which is super cool, because if you combo it like this, it looks like she's just genuinely fighting. Oh, hold on, I about messed that up. There we go. And then you can, obviously, combo it like this. It's so cool. I just can't get over it. It's such an interesting thing to watch.
Storms on the hood.
I will say, though, unfortunately for, bigger enemies like the dinosaur or whatever, it doesn't instantly defeat them. So it just kind of acts like a normal technique, which we'll get to the technique. But as you can see, though, there's a lot to her kit, and it literally took me scrolling through a page just to get to the end of it, so bear with me when I read all this. Trilateral Wilt Cross, which is basic attack, so nothing interesting there. Octobolt Flash, skill. Gains 1 point of Slash Dream. Inflict 1 stack of Crimson Knot on a single enemy. Deals lightning damage to this target, as well as minor lightning damage to adjacent targets. Slash Dream Cries in Red. Ultimate. Deals 3 hits of minor lightning damage to a single enemy. If Crimson Knot is removed from the target, then deals minor lightning damage to all enemies. Finally, deals 1 hit of lightning damage to all enemies and removes all Crimson Knots. Atop Rainleaf hangs Oneness. Talent. When Slash Dream reaches its upper limit, which is what you get from the skill, reaches its upper limit, the ultimate can be activated. During the ultimate, reduces enemies' toughness regardless of weakness type and reduces all enemies' all-type resistance. When any unit inflicts debuffs on an enemy target while using their ability, Acheron gains Slash Dream, which once again is what you can get from the skill, but you can also get it from debuffs applied as well. While using their ability, Acheron gains Slash Dream and inflicts Crimson Knot on an enemy target. So essentially, it acts like the skill, just without doing damage. Quadrivalent Ascendance. Technique. Attacks the enemy. At the start of each wave, gains quadrivalent Ascendance, dealing lightning damage to all enemies and reducing toughness regardless of weakness type. That's what happens if you are not able to instantly defeat the enemy. If attacking a normal enemy, immediately defeats them without entering combat. When not hitting enemies, no technique points are consumed. So yeah, it doesn't tell you if you actually get the items you get from defeating them, or if you just defeat them without it. So, I don't know. It'd be nice to, I guess, summon her and see if we can test that ourselves, but...
Do we still have the upper hand?
Yeah, they just, like, immediately defeated one of the targets, so that's fun. So like I said, if we apply debuffs, which I think I remember Pilla's skill doing a debuff, right? I don't think it does, unfortunately, but it's fine. Oh no, it did. It applied a defense reduction. That's good. And then actually, DOTs, the damage over time, also count as debuffs as well, so we could do that. That's another one. And then if we use Sampo's ultimate, it'll give the dinosaur another debuff, which will allow Acheron to use her ult. So we are going to do that. Use Acheron's ult real fast.
I weep for the departed.
So yeah, we enter basically a form like this. And like it says, is if you attack the person with the, the Crimson Knot, I believe? Yeah, the Crimson Knot. When removed, immediately deals lightning damage equal to 13.5% of Acheron's attack to all enemies at once. For every stack of Crimson Knot removed, this damage multiplier additionally increases up to a maximum of 54%. Which is insane. I think if you get...
Hasten. We've hardly any time left to say farewell.
No, I have all the time in the world. This is the no, like turn-based combat. I can do whatever I want. I think if you applied it to multiple enemies, because I think at the end it says it removes all stacks once you finish the ult. So I think if you get it to the end, you could just have a bunch of these go off at once, and it could like just insta-kill things. But you like actually have to press the button multiple times, which is super cool. And then yeah, this was I don't see this ending well.
Free will, or was it fate?
And let's just finish it off, honestly. Oh, there's another combat. Oh, my bad.
Ready for another?
Let's just apply debuffs and then use ultimate here.
Time for good old counter.
Okay. Now, I do want to see.
I weep for the departed.
I think I'm going to attack the enemies on the outside. Because I want to see if it'll remove all stacks and do a bunch of damage to all enemies. So I think we're going to attack this one on the outside multiple times. And then we'll see at the end, if the enemy's on the outside, so like the one all the way on the right, this one right here, If this one is damaged, or this one is damaged, or really, I guess this one either, then we'll take a guess. Or no, sorry. If it does a lot of damage, because I think it does 1 slash to all enemies. So I think we'll see, if it's like a lot of damage, we'll assume that it removed all these and did a bunch of damage. I'm honestly testing, because I'm not sure if it... I'm going to take a guess it did. Because it only has 3 stacks right now. So I'm going to take a guess here. Maybe remove... Hold on. Maybe it removed 6? There's 2. 26. Okay, maybe I may be wrong. I don't know. I'm assuming that's how it works, though. I mean, honestly, it's not like it matters. Truthfully, at the end of the day, it does a lot of damage. Which is kind of nice, but...
For oblivion.
And that's by the way, that's also the skill, which I think is really cool. Let's weakness break it already.
It's time.
I do wish... Can we do... I would love to be able to get 1 more on it.
What are you waiting for?
Will Sampo defeat it? I don't know.
I charge extra.
No, we can't. Okay. I wanted to use ult one more time because the ult's really cool. And this time we'll actually slow it down so you can kind of see it better. How much damage is this doing? I mean, over 100,000, which, I mean, that's pretty impressive. Obviously, it's all in how you build her and everything else, but it's just a very impressive skill, and I think the visuals are very pretty. That's kind of why I also want it, is just watching, like, the colors change from, like, purple to, like, black and red is just so cool. We'll just click on this real fast, and then... It's essentially the invite event, again, because I think they're going to have one every single time, just to kind of get people to invite their friends. Here, by the way, is the new Trailblaze mission, which, like I said, we'll get to in a bit. We just got to go through everything else and explore everything. Beignets in a Cup, which is an interesting title, but we essentially have to finish this first, which... It's interesting how this is called the Devil in Velvet, but then it's called the Walk Among the Tombstones, so... Yay! For those who know, a nice and wholesome story. Alright, Cosmosity? Sorry, it's Odyssey, so... Modesty? That is weird. I don't like the way that's said. That's weird. We'll get to that in a bit, because this is, like, literally a whole event. There's, like, a whole bunch of stuff we can do behind this. There is, however, some festival gifts, which... What is it? 2, 4, 8, 10... Yeah, it's 20. So you get 20 summons over the course of 7 days, which... Honestly, not a bad deal. Let's get through this. And I will say, though, I think, now that I think about it, the reason why we had an extra text message there was because I actually signed in on, like, 1 day just to kind of check in on some stuff. That's why we have an extra text and why we have an extra day of sign-in. It makes a bit more sense now that I think back on it. But let's look at this first, which I believe this is an event first. Yeah. Or not event, the quest. So we have to actually go to the quest and go to it first. This one's kind of fun, though. It's a very, like... It's a small event, but it's funny. Like, I don't know why they added it, but it's just cute. After noticing that you got close to a package... Hold on. Sorry, that was a big yawn, and there's, like, nothing I can do to stop that. Pom-Pom excitedly came over from somewhere else. Oh, hey there, what's the matter? Are you interested in this package? I bet you are. I guess. I'm pretty curious. I figured you'd be. This is the gift from another nameless in the cosmos. The Express has received one before. There are many who walk on the path of Trailblaze. Even if you've never met them, they're good companions of Trailblaze. The storage room in the Express still holds plenty of gifts sent by many of the nameless. Other nameless? That's right. Although Akavilli is no longer with us, many nameless continued to hold on to the will of Trailblaze. They stream across the cosmos to fulfill the creed of Trailblaze. Some of them were once passengers on the Express. Others have never boarded it, but I guarantee you that they're all interesting people. It'll be good if you can meet them one day. I mean, obviously, open it up. Come on, we gotta see what's going on. Cool your jets. We're opening it now. You and Pom Pom open the package and discover a projection device in the style of a scroll. Hey, this must be Conductor Pom Pom of the Express. It's been a while. And this is? Well, I'm from the Express crew. I don't know what you want me to say here. Oh, you must be the Trailblazer. The famous Trailblazer, yes? Okay. Well, I can't say Trailblazer, but I'm saying my name because I feel like Trailblazer just makes more sense instead of saying game night every 5 minutes. The famous Trailblazer, yes? I'm Mag, a former Nameless. I bid you the latest greetings from the distant cosmic past. A pleasure to meet you. Looks like you are a Nameless that was chosen by the conductor of the Express. Okay. Pom Pom, is there something you've been hiding? I didn't. This is a good thing. I think it really suits you. Looks like the conductor hasn't told you what you're supposed to do yet. Well, ask away. I'll answer your questions. Mag, a former Nameless. Yes, if we're talking about Amber Eras, I should be from Amber Era 2150, I believe. It's several Amber Eras away. I've been dead for a long time, so that's why I say I'm a former Nameless. I think I'm right, aren't I? You're someone from 100 years ago? Oh, no. Actually, sorry. Who are we talking to if you're, you kind of kicked the bucket? I'm Mag's Trailblazing Will. Sure, that explains it. I bet you probably talked with something like a resonance or a mimetic entity before. That's pretty much what I am. May or may not have talked to a few of those. Let's talk about me later, okay? Can I ask what's in it for me? Oh, hold on. Once again, gosh. Like I said, I think I'm tired. I'm sick, and this is it's just all over the place, unfortunately. The face you're making reminds me of some old friends. They were reluctant to work for no pay too. As part of the crew, have you ever been somewhere bittingly cold or blazing hot? Your Elo 6 was pretty bad, so sure. I've heard of your Elo 6, but isn't it supposed to be quite a hospitable planet? So remember that whole thing about you being dead for a long time? Yeah, some stuff's happened since then. It has become a world blanketed in snow. We can offer an insignificant blessing for the Trailblaze. We can give the Nameless just a bit of warmth in the winter cold, or a cool breeze in places of excruciating heat. Even on a smooth ride, the Nameless can gain and use some almost imperceptible? I think it's imperceptible, which is interesting. Imperceptible luck. That is the benefit that I can bring to you and the other Nameless. And if I refuse... Looking in your eyes, I can see the incredible Nameless throughout history. I think you'll accept my offer for sure. And can you be specific? In my time, the cancer of all worlds, by the way, those are Stellarons, was spreading everywhere. The Silver Rail was blocked, and extreme climate alterations raged to no end. Trailblaze has never been an easy task, and after the fall of the Aeon Akavili, that was more true than ever. To complete our shared goal of Trailblaze, the Nameless on different worlds all rose up. Some continued to go out and explore unknown quadrants, and others shared the story of the Nameless through songs. Everything they did was to make Trailblaze a little stronger. The way I help is by collecting the trailblazing experiences of the Nameless. As for specifics, well, the explanation can get a little abstract. I think if you try it for yourself, you'll get it. The power of the Graced Voyager is sealed within me. It collects Trailblaze experiences from the Nameless, collects the luck accrued with their adventures, and offers blessings for the journeys of distant Nameless. Now, please close your eyes. I'll mimic the Memoria extraction process used by the Garden of Recollection and construct a familiar trailblazing experience using situations and companions you're familiar with. I'll use a kinder and gentler approach. You'll experience the process of exploring, understanding, creating, and connecting once again here. Everything you have experienced will help support Trailblaze. Welcome to Cosmodosity. I believe that's how you say it. Here, you can turn your Trailblaze experiences into blessings. All the Nameless invited from all across the cosmos will support you in completing the great feat. Trailblaze experiences. Sound a bit abstract, no? Don't worry, this is effectively your currency in Cosmodosity. Cosmodosity. I still don't like that. Trailblaze funds. Our goal is to offer these Trailblaze funds to Pom Pom. The more Trailblaze funds you contribute, the greater your rewards. Now, let's talk about how to earn Trailblaze funds. In Cosmic Odyssey, you need to roll dice to advance the map. Trailblazers can obtain Trailblaze funds through a variety of game modes. Trailblazers can contribute their Trailblaze funds to Pom-Pom. The more funds they contribute, the more personal rewards they unlock. Contributions from all Trailblazers will gradually unlock Cosmic Contribution rewards. I'll let you scenes and companions you're familiar with to create the map upon which you adventure. Well, this can definitely draw out some Trailblazing experiences from passenger game night. We're here at Herta Space Station. Doesn't this bring back a lot of memories? Moving requires you to consume dice. Let's try to use these first. Alright, so the first one looks to be like a game one. Oh, you're finally on the game tile. It's the Windfall Slot Machine. You can get Trailblaze funds if you get the designed image. Come try your luck, which... Oh, we got the luckiest one. That's a first. So we got 9,000 Trailblaze fund. Alright, interesting. It's almost like Monopoly, and it's kind of interesting. There you go. This is Encounter Tile. There are always choices you have to make while trailblazing. Sorry, like I said again, it was a yawn. Super bad one, too. You recognize the person before you. She introduces herself as Sheila Nova, guide of the Herta Department of Galactic Geopolitics. You feel that you don't actually know her. Her smile is forced, cold, but fitting. She suddenly asks, is it possible to make an android into a real human with a rich enough script? Now don't make any choices that you'll regret. I feel it's possible to make an android into a real human. Honestly, why not? After you make your choice, it's all in the hands of luck. And by luck, she means I get 3. Awesome. The pom-pom thing that might not be a good outcome. No problem, though. Try this reroll coin. It'll let you try again. There we go. Increase Trailblaze funds by 10,000. Heck yeah, I'd love to see it. Alright, it looks like we land on a housing space. It's a land tile this time. Basically, it's just buying a plot of land, you know? Yep, it'll let you keep earning Trailblaze funds. It's a great deal, so make your purchase now. So yeah, I think it's like 2,000 for every draw. Yeah, you get 2,000 for every dice roll you make. So, I mean, you basically make it back within like 3 turns. Which road should I pick? When you run into a fork, you can choose to proceed down different paths. There's also lucky bubbles here. Pom-Pom will pick this side for you first. After pulling 3 identical images, you'll obtain 4 times the reward. Another Windfall slot machine, but the rules seem a bit different this time. I got a feeling that the lucky bubbles you just picked up will increase your Trailblaze funds this time. Let's give it another spin. So we got 9,000 extra Trailblaze funds, on top of 18,000 as well. Buffs can increase the Trailblaze funds you can obtain. Look here. It's a golden encounter tile. Is something good about to happen? I don't know. Guess we're gonna find out. Your impression of Asta can't escape the stereotype of a rich lady anymore these days, but she's obviously just a youthful and sometimes quick-tempered lead researcher. She has invited you to observe the stars tonight, and you arrive at the appointed place only to set eyes upon her newly purchased, mega-luxurious, and obscenely expensive telescope. Who wouldn't be overwhelmed by this feeling of, am I worthy to stand next to her? Touch the expensive telescope first, eagerly observe the starry sky. I mean, even without a telescope, you can look at the sky, so I'll go with the sky. Oh, nice. We got the best one first try. It's like the stars themselves are talking to you. Asta teaches you the secrets of the stars by speaking into your ear. The dice are used up. Now time to contribute our Trailblaze funds. So we got, what, 254,000? Which, I mean, that's not bad first run. Passenger game nights contributions are shooting up. That's impressive. With contribution comes rewards. Remember to claim your rewards. Let's continue our journey. Before we do that, though, so this right here, this thing right in the middle, the 64.6 Cosmic Contribution, this is actually from all Trailblazers, and that's why we're already at like 64%, is because obviously it's been out for a couple days. But I think it's really cool how we have this event like this, where we all work together towards some common goal, which is actually reaching this last light cone, which is cool. Wait. Oh, actually it's a phone wallpaper. Oh, I didn't know it was a phone wallpaper. I thought it was a light cone. That's really cool. Alright, so we got 30,000 startup capital, 15 ordinary dice, and 3 remote dice. Whoa, it seems like you got some remote dice. Use the remote dice to freely select how many steps you want to move. Try it out. There's something nice coming up. Which it means this little, like, almost, not rainbow, but like purple and blue spot right here. Experiment Squad. To achieve a major breakthrough, you're assembling a team. So yeah, here you kind of like, you basically pick characters you think would be good for this specific thing. So who's the best person to come out with scientific questions? It's Ratio. Dr. Ratio. Dr. Ratio. I mean, that's not even like a question. Who is the best person to prepare an experimental design? I don't know, once again, maybe the scientists? I don't know. Who's the best person to collect and analyze data? See, normally that would be a challenge. But, like, I'm not saying Huahua isn't very smart, but obviously I don't think her expertise lies in, you know, data collection and stuff. The Trailblazer is a trash raccoon, so, no. Topaz feels, obviously, to be the only one, and the fact that, you know, she's part of the IPC, so I would assume Topaz. So cool. Now we'll get that in 5 turns. So we have to do 5 dice rolls, and then we'll get to see our results of whatever our assignment. And by the way, when I said it's like Monopoly, I mean it's like Monopoly, because the space is huge. I mean, geez Louise. But I mean, honestly, if you log on every single day, you basically go around the whole thing multiple times. Obviously, since I don't get that luxury, we'll make the most of the times we do have, but... Water me, water me. The talking plant at the space station has overheard plenty of scandalous gossip. It tells you that Arlen of the security department is actually a mushroomer. What? Yeah, no, how about we just ask Arlen directly, because... What? Arlen's expression of confusion is all the answer you need. Fair enough. Poor dude probably was so confused why we just asked him that. Ooh, and we get the special encounter, which is nice. You know Herta is super busy, but so each time you meet, she's always reminded you to test out the simulated universe if you're not busy. But now, the Herta puppet before you is full of joy, warmth, holding your hand, and saying, your charisma is just so breathtaking, it's simply my honor to greet you. Well, what in the world is going on? Yeah, no, there's something wrong with this puppet. I think we go report it to Herta. Ron May, passing by, thinks you're cute. She nonchalantly hands you a bag of snacks. There's nothing strange in them. I thought we were going to report the Herta. What? It didn't make me do anything. Alright, 5, which looks to be another encounter. Jeez Louise. Getting a lot of encounters. You've seen the curio called the Door to a New World at the Herta space station a couple times. It looks exactly like the toilets commonly seen, with its exterior of porcelain and a flushing system on the inside. Its methods of spatial transference is unknown. But at least you haven't been teleported off the space station. Is its lack of power the only reason? Efficiency is increased with more flushes, or think outside the box and have someone else flush the toilet for you. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what happens if someone else flushes the toilet for us. Seven and 12. You and the toilet have both been teleported. Oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. Right, and oh my gosh. We get a 1, so we don't go to the end. Alright, so this game, it's just pick your preferred cookie. So you have to get 3 of identical images, so we have to just kind of... I think it's mostly just a guessing game, truthfully, so you just kind of have to... Like, yeah, it has stuff saying, like, pick me, look here, but I don't know if it's actually working or not. There might be a way, I don't know. I mean, these 3 have said pick me, but, you know, flip me and all this other stuff. See, now this one said pick me, too. Oh, hold on. Uh-oh. Oh. It, nice. Love to see it, actually. That's awesome. Alright, we'll roll one more. I don't use any of our remote dice, because you literally can't transfer anything over. Alright. You've arrived at the endpoint. Please fill in the Trailblaze affinity test. The test will let you see which Astral Express navigator from history you are more like. Congratulations on reaching the endpoint. To further your trailblazing expedition, I would like to invite you to participate in the following Trailblaze affinity test. Please answer based on your instincts. After you complete a few surveys, it will generate a nameless report and notify you about which historical Astral Express navigator you are most similar to. When the time comes, I will also prepare your due rewards as well. There's a new ghost story floating about in the space station. Unknowingly, you also accepted a mission from Adler. When faced with a mission that doesn't pique your interest, but must be completed nonetheless, what will you do? Keep calm and carry on with the mission. I'll find a way to complete the mission differently. I don't know. I don't think I would want to risk it, so we'll just keep calm and carry on with the mission. Trailblazers work in mysterious ways. Now, what's really interesting, and like I kind of said earlier, this event is very based around, like, server experiences. So like it says right here, server-wide selection percentages. So my response is paired up with everyone else, and it says that my response said 75.8% of the server clicked it. Which is, once again, really cool to see that they did something like this. You've learned some fresh gossip about the space station from Richard Know-It-All, and it's related to lead researcher Asta. He asked you not to tell anybody, but you think you can't get a peep out of me, or there's a price for secrets. Yeah, sorry, I have more of a connection to Asta than I do Richard Know-It-All, so yeah, there's a price for secrets. My prices are transparent and fair. I love how there's like 52% picked that. Like, it was actually like close. Which is impressive, but I can understand not wanting to betray Richard Know-It-All's trust. You and Arlen are having a disagreement on which route to take walk Peppy. What should you guys do? Sign a dog walking agreement? Can't you ask Peppy? You know, I don't think signing an agreement is required for a dog walk, so we're gonna go ask Peppy. Yeah, 75.2% of people on the server said ask Peppy. I mean, duh. You already know that even geniuses will fight amongst themselves. Or could it be said that they don't see the direction the moon is going? How are you going to solve the situation? Why don't we all go for our barbecue? Fight, I want to see the rivers run red. I'm sorry, what? This Trailblazer needs to calm down. Yeah, we'll go for a barbecue. 64.4% said, why don't we go for a barbecue? Yeah, I feel like a meal can appease disagreements pretty easily. Passenger Game Night's choices have been recorded. Thank you for filling in the survey. Continue onward. Complete the Trailblaze affinity test to unlock the nameless report. See which historical Astral Express navigator you are most like. The choices you make will be recorded right here. Passenger Game Night. I mean, it doesn't show you all your results, but essentially, if you unlock the report and get through all 50, you get 60 Stellar Jade, so that's pretty nice. Reaching a new area seems to have changed the buffs. Go take a look. Seems like your buff will keep growing as long as you keep reaching new areas. So I think if like we reach new areas every time, like it just keeps increasing the amount where we have a base of. So that's kind of fun. Oop, and our assignment came back. Experiment Squad. The questions that Dr. Ratio posed were all very challenging. Of course, the experimental design from Madame Marua and May made a lot of sense, plus Ms. Topaz also hired a professional team to manage the data. This team could probably even tackle questions on a cosmic scale. Yeah, we got 200,000 from that, which is awesome. Alright, let's proceed. Oh, it looks like we get another house. That's awesome. Should we use a remote dice soon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, so let's just spin and see what happens. And we literally get 6. So we have 2 steps to a game or 2 steps to a house. This one looks to have a lot of houses. So while it sinks, we can't go down. I think I want to go up and collect maybe some more houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so another house. Let's see what happens here. 3. Oh, another house as well. Once again, that's awesome. Love to see it. Oh, and it looks like we get another game. Right, you can now add stakes. If we spend extra Trailblaze funds to add stakes, will that multiply the rewards? That's right, try your luck now. So essentially by spending money, increasing the multiplier, we can get more rewards from the games that we play, so. But it's also, you know, a double-edged sword, because if you don't get enough, then you're basically wasting money. Oh boy. Okay, we got 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, dang it. That's fine. I think we made it all back, so that's okay. I wish we'd gotten more, obviously, but not terrible. Oh, we do get another game, though. This one's just slots, so we gotta see which one we get. I mean, 6,500 isn't bad. I'll take it. The Malta... Oh my gosh, what is that? The Malta Merville. The Malta Merville Warrior, the Peerless Boulder Champion. The red-haired young man Luca has won the first round of the fight tournament. During the intermission, you overhear the opponent discussing dirty tactics to use. Out of kindness, you tell Luca about this, but the young man just dismisses it and says he knows what he's doing. Nah, we'll take care of it ourselves. I don't think it's cool that you're trying to cheat on that. The opponent dares not pulls any tricks. Receives the buff, Lucky Streak 50%. So nice. We get 50% more Trailblaze funds when we do stuff. Ooh, we got a new assignment. Cosmos Got Talent. It needs some new music. Who are your choices? Who's the best composer to write music scores? I don't think it's a Trailblazer. And I don't think it's Silver Wolf. So I'm going to go with Himiko, because Himiko seems like the classy type. The best songwriter to write lyrics. Once again, I don't see Don Hung or Blade being able to write good music. I feel like Blade would make it very dark, and I don't think that would be what they're looking for. And Don Hung, I mean, I'm not saying he's not, not intelligent, but I don't think he's intelligent for songwriting. So once again, we're going to go with more of the classy Black Swan. Best singer to perform the song. See, unless I'm wrong, I don't think Japar does the best. And I know Kafka has a musical background. Because, I mean, I've seen her use, like, the violin and stuff. But it does say singer? And I guess I don't know... I don't know if Kafka sings or not. It's honestly the toss-up between Kafka and March 7th. But I think we're going to go with Kafka because I feel like that would be best. I feel like she has more of a musical background. I feel like it just makes more sense. I guess we'll find out in five turns, though. Alright, increase the multiplier to the max. That kind of stunk. I think we got that what we paid, though, so I mean, that's alright, but... Alright, some more funds. Let's do this again. Okay, so we move on to the next area. Your friend, Old Sampo, has been arrested by the Silvermane Guards, but this time you're perfectly sure he was framed. The Silvermane Guards have the wrong person. It's up to you to help him. Make immediate appeal. Maybe they'll slap him with a heavier sentence. I mean, as much as I don't like Sampo, if he was imprisoned for being framed, I don't think I want to slap him with a heavier sentence. Ask for leniency from the Silvermane Guards on your behalf. I'd rather go with that. You've always liked the Silvermane Guards' favorite catchphrase, "Who are you?" Fair enough. And that one was like 55.5% in our favor. You've been requested by Japard to deliver the emergency military supplies to the garrison squad at the Snow Plains before sundown. But along the way, you run into a smuggler band on the verge of death. They need someone to help them return to the city. I think Japard would understand if we were to help the smugglers first. The Silvermane Guards will understand the situation. Even if they are criminals, I mean, it's better than just letting them die out in the middle of nowhere. And that one was 68.2% in our favor. A mine occupied by vagrants was discovered during the Underworld's land development. Wildfire knows that they have impeded development progress in the surrounding towns, but also understands that vagrants have rights too. What will you do? Ask both sides to negotiate for your sake. Bandits, I'm the only bandit around here. I think it'd probably be ask for them to negotiate. This is the brimming confidence of the face-to-face fruit user. 73.2%. Fight Club's proprietor, Scott, says that he hopes you will join the boxing tournament to beat up a scrawny contender. It's all voluntary too, so you don't have to worry. You have to be all morally torn about it. He will guarantees that you'll make a killing. You will. Hold on, let's see. I mean, I don't want this dude to get beat up for no reason. Yeah, I don't think I'm that interested in cash that I'd beat up a dude who I know is going to be absolutely destroyed by me. So stop fighting, I can't keep watching. The gaze of high horse morality casts its eyes upon you. It's kind of funny that only 40.5% would stop fighting the person. Passenger game of choice has been recorded, blah, blah, blah. It's essentially the same thing, just saying it's recorded, and once you get to 50, we'll see the which navigator you are. Warping complete. Looks like some remote dice can still be used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm gonna go with 4, and then we'll land on the house. Purchase. Okay, so this one we lead all the way over. Looks like to here. I think. That's what it looks like, but it just looks super awkward. I think we do 6. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, it lands all the way over here. That doesn't help me. There's a lot more funds up here. I think I'm gonna go up here, because there's a lot of funds up here. Alright, our first shop. You select something to buy. Potato fries sundae. The following buffs after purchase. Obtaining Trailblaze funds. Receive an extra 25%. Lasting for 4 turns. Rejuvenation pellet. Gain the following buff. Obtaining Trailblaze funds. Receive an extra 50% for 4 turns. Or you can buy 1 remote dice for 30,000. I think we're going to go with the Rejuvenation pellet. The assignment just now seems to be complete. Let's check on it. Himiko played a fine tune. Black Swan filled in the lyrics after some thoughts. And Kafka sang it in its complete form. The music squad did great. Awesome. Alright, so all of our dice are used up. Now we gotta go and... Oh my, we got 1 million. That's awesome. Alright, 60 and 60, so we got 120 from them. We have to at least get to 6.2 million. Let's check the rewards and stuff. her to space station, play pass for Relo 6, purchase a total of 4 land tiles, complete 5 board encounters, roll the dice a total of 20 times. And then friends, which, here's all the people that I've just randomly sent out friend requests that I've just accepted for no reason. Contributions of all nameless across the content recorded here. Give a like to other nameless to get a reroll coin. So yeah, we just get reroll coins from just hearting people, so that's cool. I love this, though, the little drawing of like the Trailblazer being tired and just sitting down. I think it's so cute. Alright. So there's that event. Obviously you can only do it once per day, so we have to wait a bit for it to come back. So yeah, we got all that done. I think now our next thing is to start the next Trailblaze mission, so let's get that pulled up and travel over there. And before it starts, just a kind of little bit of a recap. When we left, we had essentially, I'm trying to think how to describe it. We were deciding between trusting Adventurine or not, and after deciding to agree with Adventurine's decision, or not decision, but his deal, we follow Adventurine to a dream pool. We end up seeing Robin, who is like the main idol of Penacony and whose face is plastered everywhere, essentially dead inside of a pool. And as her body disappears, the screen kind of fades out, and then you hear Sunday and Sparkle talking about, the fact that Robin is dead and all that. But the most important part is the fact that the idol of Penacony is gone, and yeah, that's a huge issue. Obviously, Firefly's death alongside that and everything else that has happened so far, but yeah, there's a lot that's been going on. So I'm kind of curious to see how we continue this. Can we go through this? Hold on, nope, okay. Doesn't seem to be anything important besides Adventuring here. Yep, so let's just talk to Adventuring and see what happens.
Ah, friend. My expression wasn't much better than yours when I first saw this.
I don't think you just look at the idol of Penacony being in a pool dead just with a straight face, so...
Your eyes aren't deceiving you. It's her. The famous singer, Robin.
Yeah, that's, it's not good at all. Whatever's happening is affecting everyone in Penacony.
First of all, can I just say that this had nothing to do with me? I'm just an unlucky bystander here. The family can testify for me. If you don't believe me, just ask anyone in the Bloodhound family. They hate me, and they hate the IPC. So they'd never lie.
So essentially they would blame him if they could, but they
This is not where
can't.
the crime happened. What I showed you was a memory. The most basic light cone manifesting tech. Authorized by the Garden of Recollection and owned by the IPC.
Interesting. So he was showing us a
You really
replay of what
think
happened.
The Galaxy Rangers were outsiders this whole time.
What do you mean?
Penacony has made a solemn commitment to protect the safety of anyone inside a family dream. Any person in distress will be forcibly awakened and safely returned to reality.
Then how is this
What
possible?
gives them the confidence to make such conclusive statements? Because behind this promise is the harmony. The family's Dreamweavers link up their minds together to construct an unbreakable defensive line. Breaking through this line of defense to create death in the dreamscape. Not even a memo keeper could do that without the family's permission.
So whoever did it is ridiculously
You couldn't have
powerful.
done it, friend. The only one is her. The girl who calls herself a Galaxy Ranger. An imposter. An unsought guest. An emanator who hides her true identity. Ifrit's death was a foregone conclusion. And Robin? Her misfortune was staring right at her. Who will be the next to die?
Are we really sure that Akron was the one who did this, though? Because unless I was mistaken, when we found Robin's body, it was like... I'm not saying like torn to shreds, but there was like multiple slash marks. And I don't... If Akron was that power, I feel like it would have only taken like one slash and she would have been done. I don't. I mean, call me a sucker. It's someone who's like way too trusting of people, but I just don't feel like Acheron could have done this. I feel like there's something much deeper than what everybody's realizing. This is really hard to take in. That's just one side of the story, and if that's the case, I can't trust anyone. Honestly, I'm going with just one side, because once again, there's something not adding up here, and I don't believe everything is as it seems.
It's fine. Listen to your gut. Building trust always takes time, and I'm willing to wait.
And he just bothers me. I don't know, I don't like him
that
much.
Wherever that legacy is concerned, covert plans are already underway throughout Penacony. Everyone's got their own agenda.
As if I haven't
Careful you
known
don't
that
get
for a
stuck
while.
on the wrong side. If I were you, I'd keep my distance from Acheron. After all, any schemes out in the open are always going to be better than a monster in the shadows. Right?
Unfortunately, I can't argue with him that. I'd rather know.
Who's to say there isn't an even deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface?
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather know if someone's going to come after me than them hiding their motives from me. So that's fair. Who's to say there isn't a deeper conspiracy leaking beneath the surface? Which, that's kind of what I've been saying.
I think our little deal is finished.
Aventurine is telling the truth. This memory is a real one, and there's no sign of any distortion grafting on.
Okay, but we didn't see Acheron do anything.
The garden, and there are real limits to what they can actually do. But you know all this.
Well, duh.
Friend, let's not beat around the bush here. The thing is, I want to reach out personally to team up with the Astral Express. I told you, I'm just not interested in scrambling for the legacy.
I don't know, there's something about him.
Penacony for work. I'm here to retrieve some lost property for the IPC, if you catch my drift. I'm talking ownership of this frontier prison.
Yeah, you're going after the Watchmaker legacy, which everyone is.
Thanks to the cancer of all worlds.
Stellaron.
The IPC has tried sitting down for negotiations time and again, but the family wouldn't even take our calls. You have no idea how difficult these people are to deal with. Put it this way. They've hushed up the existence of death before, so they can definitely cover up any news about Robin's death.
Yeah, but Robin's a lot bigger than I think other people.
Off like a bubble and pop. Nobody ever being the
I don't think you can just remove Robin's existence.
That's not fair,
I don't think it's possible.
So then, friend, I need your help.
Oh boy, what do you want?
I have but only one goal. The family's front door is like a high wall, and to tear the whole thing down, I'll have to dig out a few chunks first. Once I find a weak point, the IPC will have plenty of means. Now
Oh
we have
boy.
a chance. So long as we can get to the truth behind her death, we can have justice for Robin, while also gaining a valuable bargaining chip for bringing the family to the table. Truly a once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. I've been investigating and making lots of friends all over Penacony precisely for this very moment.
I don't...
This tragic news would be extremely bad for the family.
I don't hate what he's
So they'll be
saying,
doing
kind of.
everything they can to stop it leaking, especially to the IPC. But I trust that there are still a few factions that remain exceptions. And that's why I need you all. The reputation of the Astral Express precedes you, and the Harmony will give you the fairest of appraisals. You get to find out really what happened and seek justice, and I get to put it toward completing my mission for the IPC. It's what you call a win-win situation.
We'll see. Like he even said, it's perfectly fine for us to take advantage of him in the end, so... I say if we pull one over on him in the end, I don't think he's going to be too upset. You want to take advantage of the family's trust in us? The Nameless would never associate with the IPC. A decision like this is way above my pay grade. I mean, yeah, really. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it is kind of weird how he's using the family's trust in us and using that for his own advantage.
Just sit back and talk things over with your companions.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That navigator is really smart. She must understand the value of this deal. Look, here's my contact details. If you come to any conclusions, call me.
Great, now I have him in my phone.
And take this. A thorough investigation can always use a little more funding. Don't mention it.
How much money did you just
So
give
long,
me?
friend. I really am looking forward to uncovering the truth about death with everyone.
I feel like he's trying to hand us this money to kind of, almost as like hush money.
Just sauntered off. He really doesn't mean to force it, but something still seems off.
Thank you. That's what I've been saying.
What now? What are your plans?
Black Swan. What is she thinking?
That is a real question. That is 100% a real question. Oh, he only gave me 50,000. That's honestly chump change. Never
On
mind.
the surface, this doesn't look like a bad deal for you. But Aventurine is a shrewd merchant whose scheme won't just be as simple as it appears to be.
Oh, believe me, I figured that one
He
out.
doesn't know about Miss Firefly yet. But, judging by your reaction, he may have noticed something going on, and deliberately shifted topics to the truth of death, to try and pull you in line with his way of thinking.
Oh, thanks. Use the death of my
Quick
friend to
thinking and
convince
very
me.
sound logic. Aventurine is no fool, and working with him definitely has its dangers.
The Nameless cannot turn a blind eye to evil. For Firefly's sake, we must get to the bottom of all this. Playing it safe seems to be a smarter move, and can I toss a dice to let it decide for me? I always love how it's like decently nice option, not so nice option, terrible and like just mean option, and then there's just the what is it, the elation option, or like the masked fools option, where it's just like, can I use a dice, like just to make it easier for myself. I mean, honestly, I have to agree the Nameless can't turn a blind eye, but at the same time, I'm also fighting mostly for Firefly's sake. I kind of want to know what the world happens, so yeah, let's go with that.
That is something I agree on.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, be careful out there. There's more than one way to blaze a trail. In a dark forest beset by wolves, ensuring your own escape to safety should be your primary concern.
It's just weird how concerned
As for
she
the
is
other
about me.
questions,
That's what weirds me out. As for the other questions, did death kill Robin?
I'm not sure the two cases were committed by the same culprit, but that massive wound looked like its winged blade. We've all witnessed it in action before. Plus, it seems unlikely that there would be two lethal entities loose in the dreamscape.
So we don't even know it's Acheron. So his entire argument was hinged on the fact that Acheron did all this, and he wanted to convince us and not to believe in her, when it wasn't even Acheron who probably did
I
it.
can't answer that question. That ranger is shrouded in mystery. I'm afraid no one is capable of providing an answer. But without a doubt, she is the most special guest at this banquet. It's like Aventurine said just then. It's best to keep your distance from her.
So yeah, once again, we don't even know if she's actually a bad person. All we know is that she's just mysterious, which you could say the same thing of me. Not many people know a lot about me. That makes no sense. Have you noticed anything else unusual?
Victims appearing one after the other in a very short time span, in and of itself, that's very unusual. Two possibilities. The collapse of Penacony's dreamscape has started speeding up, making death extremely agitated and weakening the family's protections. Or everything has been planned out and executed by someone.
Oh boy. That'll be great.
Someone has chosen these victims deliberately. First a smuggler, then a family celebrity. Then this murderer's motives are worth thoroughly chewing over.
You got a point. It does seem very weird why you would pick... Like, obviously the family celebrity would make sense, because you would destabilize the family's dreamscape really fast, but... I mean, I hate to say it, but like, nobody really cares about a smuggler. If anything, there would be probably people in Penacony that would be really happy about it, so... It's just, it doesn't make sense.
It all happened so quickly, I can only make conjecture. After leaving here, go have a chat with your companions. I hope you can clarify the source of this confusion.
Black Swan leads you through the chaotic dreamscape. So she finally leads us out of there. Geez, took her long enough.
Come, this way. It's a short walk. Don't get lost.
Oh, hold on, I do want to talk to these birds. How do we know we collected all of them? Chirp, I'm not afraid of you. Oh, it's not Boss Stone. You really scared me there. Ahem, you don't look familiar, dear customer. Welcome to the town hotel. Yes, this is the only hotel in Dreamville. Also, my proudest achievement. Look at this dreamy dome built from branches. The stone-decorated carved walls. The brilliant corridor paved with mud. How romantic. Wouldn't you love to spend an unforgettable and wonderful night here? Sure, let's... I mean, granted, that's really pretty. But, I mean, if I'm truthfully honest, having the idea of death hanging over us, not so much. Sure, let's go with it. You are very keen. You are sure to be delighted with this. It's a real shame. If times are normal, I would definitely entertain you properly. Bloodstone has sent a lot of baddies to the hotel recently, and I'm really worried about the little birds going out. It'd be amazing if some kind-hearted guest would help me find them. The origami bird winks its bright eyes at you. You're unsure whether it's flirting with you or just the common bird behavior. Yes, common bird behavior is them winking at people. That's what it is. Yeah, we'll help. You're indeed a very good person. Once all of Bosstone's baddies scram, I'll definitely show you around in Dreamville. Please, dear guest, if you see any of the other birds in the hotel, please call them back to the big tree. I will definitely make it worth your while. Do we have all them, or... Oh no, you can get some hints though, that's cool. Alright, let's continue on. We're following Black Swan. We'll get back to the birds and stuff later, but for right now I want to kind of see what happens. Well, Acheron and Sam are gone. I wonder what happened. And like who won that fight or why they did that.
This is where we part ways. All of this is like a nightmare.
Oh, yeah, you could say that again.
Unfortunately, the remembrance doesn't lie. What we just saw is the reality that happened. And it won't fade from our minds just because we wake up. But follow your heart and don't be afraid. We all walk through this world casting shadows of different lengths. And ultimately, all we leave behind are precious memories. Hold on just a sec.
Oh boy. Black Swan gently touches the root of your ear, leaving a cool sensation. Then she hands a cup over to you?
A small parting gift. If one day you unfortunately fall into the deep waters of the memory zone, and there's no memo keeper to join you, hopefully it can guide you on my behalf.
Oh yeah, isn't that
I also
convenient?
pay great attention to the ways of the world. Just think of this as an apology from me for hiding something from you.
Thanks, I guess?
Then
We'll go with that.
I've something private to take care of regarding that Galaxy Ranger. Let's leave things there, shall we? What fascinating memories will you bring for me next time we meet? I sincerely look forward to them.
I wonder how we're leaving. She just stopped us in front of like a weird pinball-looking car machine thing. Like how is that supposed to get me out of the dreamscape? I'm confused. Whatever, as long as we get out of this nightmare, because there's a lot that the Trailblazers missed. Game Night, you're still at the Dreamscape. Game Night, have you run into the trouble? We got separated in the memory zone, but Game Night is with the Memo Keeper. I feel so antsy, help. March, stay calm. Do I need to get off the express and help? Not at the moment. Sure, just let me know if you need any help. The Reverie Hotel is the real world. In the real world, it's very calm. Not much is happening. I finished investigating on my side. Where should I go to meet you? Game Night, it's great to see great that you're safe. That lady didn't do anything bad, did she? That's a fair question, honestly. I'm sorry about what happened to Firefly. The scene has been corroded off by the family. Cordoned off by the family. We're wrapping up negotiations with some family delegates. We'll meet somewhere near the Clocky statue later.
A family rep. Is Himiko okay?
Gosh, I hope so. They typically got caught in the dream where they weren't supposed to be, so they probably got in a bit of trouble. Fate's Epistle? A parting gift from Black Swan. A tiny card numbered 0, seemingly absent from the Black Swan's collection. In the card's art, she casts her gaze into the midst of destiny. If one day you have unfortunately sunk into the memory zone's deep seas without a memo keeper by yourself, it will guide you out on my behalf. Yeah, isn't that a convenient thing to get? It's almost like it's something bad's gonna happen. Look both ways before crossing the road. If I don't get stopped over a bush and can't walk through it. It's kind of cool how there's a mission there though. Well, once again, we'll get there later. Obviously, I want to get through all the Trailblaze missions first. Which stinks, because it feels like every time we get caught up, there's more missions. Yeah, you're not going to catch me off guard. Get over here. No, you don't. Yep, I figured a third time. There we go. Fast bird. Those angular and long things down there fly so much slower than me. But I'm still too slow. That rectangle is a worthy challenger. I wonder if young Master Gold will give me a rectangle. I'll go back and ask him. A rectangle? What? What do you mean a rectangle? Okay, whatever. Alright, can I activate the statue without activating the mission? Okay. Okay, so we literally had none. Okay, I think we must have activated it last time.
So much has happened. I should take a moment to gather my thoughts and wait for everyone to arrive.
Uh-oh. Some time ago, deep in memory zone. Oh boy. Oh.
Now, Ranger.
I did ask what happened with them, so good to know.
Still dream, Hunter, of those slain by your hand.
Uh-oh. Oh? Days ago, Everflame Mansion. Oh wait, do we actually get to see what happened? There's no way.
It appears the outcome has already been determined.
You're still alive, as are you.
What?
You still have room to make a choice. Leave the music box behind, and then go.
Okay, I see.
Choice. The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room for hesitation.
The Taurus Fire Demon. Even if you sacrifice your life for that eon, you won't get special treatment.
Ranger, you tread the narrow path of the hunt. You could never understand.
Really?
We come from the fire and are born bathed in fire. We spread, burn, and destroy until all the kindling is burned out and we leave only ashes on the ground. Burning forms the entire life of a fire demon, from the beginning to the end.
Okay, listen, dude. We don't need the whole backstory.
Born to die, just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth. All things are created for the destruction.
So all things are created to be destroyed.
Your companions
Nice
all
argument.
seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
Oh.
They are my children, and just as I was, they are flames that have yet to burn my heart. They're still young, I don't believe them.
Interesting.
But my flames are feeble.
So they care for him, but he could honestly just...
Running out.
He's just like, well, they're just young. It
You
happens.
see the planet of festivities in the distance. I plan to bring purgatory with me there. And before that, because on the path they have forged, you have traveled farther than I have.
They have forged?
Emanator.
Oh, so she is an emanator. But is it for the hunt then?
You cannot hide your true identity. Draw that sword, for we shall indeed remain here, bound to fight a decisive battle to the death, for I choose this. Destruction is intense, but brief. To cravenly cling to life is to endure an endlessly prolonged existence.
Well, your speech has been prolonged, so I don't know why you haven't said something before now.
Turns out to be your own destruction.
What is important is not the answer, but that it exists, just as you exist. Everything exists to be destroyed. Emanators are no different. Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void.
And by the sweet
The
dreams,
so-called
hold on.
impossible is merely something that is yet to happen.
Sweet dreams is also set as Penacony as well.
Alright. I accept.
Oh yeah, Acheron's going to completely wipe the floor with you for
You shall witness the most brilliant and intense fire in existence. May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your bottomless dream.
A bottomless dream. Yes, that's right. But you've made one small mistake. This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose, but perhaps out of reciprocity. I'll reveal the truth to you.
Ooh. Surely it doesn't cut away and not tell us.
Is not the path I truly follow.
Oh? Okay.
May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
Wait, what?
My time.
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances. They can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different.
Wait, what?
You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but... why?
What? There's no way.
Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
Well, of course.
You know, Elio.
Well, they're still around hunters, so yeah.
This is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
Interesting.
Script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. And until then, I hold the privilege of choice. However, you appear to be ignorant of this. So it's time for me to inquire. Who exactly are you?
That's what we've all been asking. Please tell us.
Not your enemy, perhaps.
Oh gosh, they really...
That's not what I asked.
Oh my gosh, please just tell us something.
Curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets. Take me. I'm wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder that I know something about the Stellaron Hunters. That's all.
Yeah, we're just fellow partners in crime that we're all
Maybe I can
wanted.
help.
Wait, what?
Reason, would you have for doing that.
This
I
is
tend to
weird.
forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. So, I know who is inside that cold armor.
Oh?
How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
Was the internet right?
Not yet time.
Was the internet right?
I don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about what happens inside the dreamscape.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've
Already on it.
already have an inkling about the family covering up some stuff.
The Astral Express is no enemy of yours.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it.
Listen,
What's next then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for him?
listen. Like I have been saying, the Stellaron Hunters. It's like the whole identity of like the whole anti-hero. I would more see them as anti-heroes. They're doing bad things, but they're doing them for the right reasons, which it sounds awful when you hear about the fact that they literally will kill off entire planets. Like, don't get me wrong, what they're doing is really bad, but they have like a reason to it, and like you can see, Kafka has no reason to ever want to hurt us. Silver Wolf is, I mean, I hate to say it, is honestly just a kid who likes playing video games and is also just likes playing pranks, but I mean, yeah, her pranks can be sometimes bad, but she's never not had like an interest to hurt us. Blade's a bit different. He had a personal vendetta with Don Hung, but even then he backed off because he knew in the grand scheme of things it wasn't going to help anything. And you can obviously even see Sam. Sam was the one who wants Acheron to trust us, so it's like, I've been saying the Stellaron Hunters weren't entirely bad guys this whole time. Once again, they do terrible things, but... And like I've been saying, I don't think Acheron is actually the villain here.
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy.
So they're just here to get us to follow the
Sound like this in
legacy.
an easier
Nice.
and more direct way. But as you can see, here I am, confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
The so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen.
True.
That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me? I'd like to know what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny.
And there's that red lettering again. I want to know what that red lettering means.
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
So does that mean...
Hang on.
Wait, I'm confused. So Acheron's not a part of any... How is it worded? Is there anything else in your script about me? That what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny? So does that suggest that she gets offed in the future? Or does that mean that she's not going to be helping the Trailblazers enough to actually count? Or does it also mean that she's outside of this world entirely, and that she can't be added to any footnotes to any script, because she's almost like almost like an audience member, maybe? So like if you go to a play or whatever, and you have the script, right, and you have all the actors on stage all acting out their parts, but let's just say Acheron jumps up onto the stage and starts acting with them. She's not a part of the script because, you know, they don't really know what she's doing and what's going to happen because she's outside of the planned thing happening. I don't know. I don't. Hold on. Let's refresh it. Unfortunately, not a thing that came up. I knew it. Hang on, I don't. Wait, so Acheron knew it, but Sam doesn't?
Don't What?
Yeah, okay. So it does explain. Thank you. Hallelujah. No, hold on. I forgot I turned on autoplay. I keep talking.
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I don't. Never have.
Wow, that's
I was born without
Oh, never
the
mind.
ability
Okay.
to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light. And to burn. To keep on burning. Until I turn to ash.
what?
So, I really envy you.
What?
Is that so?
Hearing Sam talk like that
You're
is
already living in the waking world.
what? Hearing Sam talk like that, it sounded like it almost. Gosh, it just sounds really deep and personal. I would never would have imagined that Sam, who seemed like he doesn't really care about anything, having a lot of deep emotions like that. Just it doesn't feel right.
About Miss Firefly from Black Swan. But we never expected Miss Robin to...
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything.
This
then.
memory unto death is
The
super
Trailblazer
weird.
just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Oh boy.
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this. And we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
The identity of the deceased.
Looking back, he seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
What?
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn into a bloodbath.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation.
There was like only 30 people that saw the
After all,
death. What?
The nature
What do you
of the
mean?
two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
Honestly, he really is up to no good. Aventurine is on guard against Acheron. We'll go with the second one because I feel like that provides a bit more information.
Indeed. He was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
I don't think so,
At this
truthfully.
point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
I mean, is that even true, though?
Let's try to
Because
gather
Sparkle
intel
can dress up
first
as any
and
one of
analyze
us.
all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one. The fewer facts remaining, the closer we are to the truth. I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
That's a very good
As
question.
I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the
I think we
future.
team up with them, but it's like...
As for that aventurine, well, I'd like to
We
hear
team up
your
with the family only on surface, but then act as we normally would.
He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the while.
This is true.
He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but
He's like a snake, and he's very good at wheezing his ways into things.
It's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally.
I say it once again, we also
keep a certain distance from the family.
we keep trust on him on the outside.
Too close. Teaming up with the IPC helps balance that out. If either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
Yeah. I like Walt's thinking.
So
That's really
you
smart.
Suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up.
Only on the surface.
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
His thoughts definitely come from experience. He's very intelligent.
Bad guys and girls around here. I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. He's been bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore.
Well, I'm glad that she actually cares about us. That was nice of her. It's fine. Let's focus on the big picture for now. It's fine. I got a lot out of him, too. It's cool. You can bully me whenever... Can we just not? It's fine. Let's focus on the big picture for now. Yeah, honestly.
You're like a broken record.
It wouldn't be the first time I got beaten up for someone for no reason.
Keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we can just turn the tables and use him instead.
You're right. That is true.
Could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put
Ow.
together your thoughts.
Totally just bashed my arm on the table. That's fine. Aventurine, always open to pull for your game account. Did he just... Is he telling me he'll do my gacha pulls for me? Listen, if you can get a 5-star for me, any 5-star, then sure, you know what, I'll let you. We decided to accept your request for collaboration. Wonderful, your response came faster than I expected. From now on, we'll all be in this together. Here's a small something for our upcoming partnership. Did he just transfer me 100,000 credits for no reason? Okay. Thanks, boss. That's a lot of money. That's it. Thanks, boss. Oh, wow, That's so generous of you. Oops, I pressed send too early. Here's a little extra just for good luck with this new game. He just gave us another 100,000. Okay, can you stop texting? I was gonna read, but you just keep going. Hey, just send us another 100,000. Alright. Just as I anticipated, the family's going to sweep Robin's case under the rug for as long as they can, so her case is only a secret between us. But the other case, that depends on what excuses they have prepared for you guys. I'll take my leave for now, and I look forward to outstanding performance from you guys.
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
I don't know why we can't tell them all at once, but sure, why not?
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance.
Yeah, that's why I don't really like him.
His death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's got to be something important enough that everyone will notice. But it also can't be anything too out in the open.
I mean, it's kind of true. Perhaps he's going for the hotel. Perhaps he's going for family. Perhaps he's going for Akron. Okay, let's click on all these. First of all being, perhaps he's going for the hotel.
An attack on the hotel guests? Unlikely. Penacony's guests include quite a few bigwigs known throughout the whole cosmos. People who not even the IPC would dare take lightly. Aventurine is a shrewd merchant, and there's no way he doesn't know that.
Perhaps he's going for the family.
He's definitely going for the family, and it's just a matter of how. The harmony is strong in Penacony, and almost impossible to take on head-to-head. The fact that the IPC dispatched Aventurine shows that they do not intend to simply play by the book here.
Perhaps he's going for Acheron.
Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her. But this Galaxy Ranger, we know hardly anything about her and can't rush to any conclusions.
Perhaps he's going for the Astral Express.
I was also considering this possibility, especially because he respects you so much and has sought you out before a few times.
I don't think it's respect, but we'll go over that.
He's also unsure of your intentions and is probing you.
No conclusions can be drawn just yet.
I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
Yeah, that is true. He does seem like he's willing to simply throw all of his chips into one pile if he can.
Aventurine said something that concerns me. He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
But said nothing about her connection to that memory zone meme or why he was stalking you. It was a groundless accusation, which only serves to make him seem more suspicious.
But why though? Does Aventurine have other plans? He's bluffing. I think Aventurine has other plans,
Aventurine's
honestly.
goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity towards Acheron and make the situation more volatile. Two birds, one stone.
I mean,
However,
yeah, it's
I
smart,
asked
but
Don back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost messages. It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out of thin air.
no.
You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron?
She's a very gentle woman. She's a very mysterious woman. Very powerful woman. Weird, I can't seem to remember. We can remember. I don't want to... As much as I want to say gentle, you have to realize that she is very mysterious, though. Weird, I can't seem to remember. No shot. What in the world?
That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T.
We're not. Your hand's not on your head.
Predictable and fond of being alone.
That.
No wonder she's a suspect.
Hand. It's not touching the head. That bothers me. I don't like that red text. That bothers me a lot. Because even with Acheron, that red text is meaning something very significant, I think.
Not too soon to bring it up, but I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well. Somewhere. That everything's just some horrible prank.
I feel kind of bad for March.
Because
I know she looked up to
aren't we supposed to be
Robin.
inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here?
Poor March.
Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
Do you think the family's behind all this? We'll restore all the dreams back to normal. I'd rather give her some hope at least. Poor, like, March in the situation's extremely sad.
At times like this, we're so lucky to have our crew. The family and the IPC. Everyone has their own plans going on. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us were all outsiders from another world.
Well, we are, but I get what she
Aw,
means.
What a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down. But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else.
Yeah,
Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now. Himiko, what do you think?
I do wonder what Himiko is doing this whole
No
time.
current clues, The two murders that he witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One
But how
thing
do we
I'm
start
curious
exploring?
about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life? Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel?
That's a good question, honestly.
Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about her while out there.
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
Thank you, Welt. Thank you so much.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem. I'll leave it to you then.
Oh, she just got serious.
I finally get to see Himeko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
What?
I will.
What
In
did
touch.
they just subtly agree on? That was very weird.
Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
Oh, maybe Himeko saw them too. Yeah, what? I'm sorry, how did Acheron just appear?
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like that.
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Yeah, I think she knows.
Is there something about my name?
First, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
Welt's pretty good at putting two and two together.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this.
Wow, she full on
And
just
what's more, there were plenty
admitted
of
to it.
suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
I'm sorry, but there's no way that she knows everything. Because for those who don't know, Welt's like abnormally strong. Like, so in his universe, in the Honkai Impact 3rd universe, Welt is technically what was or is. I don't know how exactly it works. It's a very weird field called a Hersher, which essentially is like their own version of like a god in that world. And Welt is like super strong because he's lived forever and has like a bunch of power in him. So knowing that Acheron sees through all of that in an instant is terrifying to know that she can see that.
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane.
Oh my.
So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths.
He's got a point.
Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
I'm sorry. Did Welt just threaten to completely black hole someone? Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever heard Welt being this cold. That is terrifying.
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide.
She and him scare
Believe
me.
it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron. Those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an final request. I'm here for
Interesting.
the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a stellar on.
And she even knows about the Trailblazers' condition. That is insane.
That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
And she's concerned. Oh my gosh. That is so sweet.
He's fine. Let's stick with the topic. Gaining my trust all depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I think it's impressive how she's...
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze.
For some reason, it doesn't surprise me as much as I would think.
I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together. Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Interesting.
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
By the way, I
Wow.
want something to drink. Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No,
Wake the heck up.
4 cups.
I love that.
Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
Interesting. What is she planning on revealing? There's a lot going on in Penacony. At the same time, hotel in the real world.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
So that's why she likes drinking Wake the Heck Up. Interesting, but I don't know how it's related.
The rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet.
Well, considering it's set on fire, yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
You are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak.
Interesting.
The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Uh-oh. We're finally gonna find out what happened?
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Who?
Well done, Dura. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
What?
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
So this is when Acheron comes there and just destroys all of them?
Place of refuge in a land of sleep. Merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away
What is he talking about?
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
Oh, they're okay. So they're sending out people to go and defeat Acheron.
We have done on the path of destruction. Fear death.
Okay.
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened?
Uh-oh. Oh, wow.
The
Jeez.
memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way...
It's like everything about Acheron is completely blacked out.
It's like it's been erased.
How in the world?
Who's done this?
Who are you?
Uh-oh.
Who are you?
It's...
Who in the world is talking now?
Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators?
Who is this?
My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and send it...
I think this is one of Ifrit's
Unforgettable.
Ifrit's quote-unquote kids. So I don't know why, how in the world she's seeing this though.
Unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome on the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me.
Wait, like
I wish
Acheron's?
Unforgettable memories.
Oh,
That's creepy.
a phone. Wanna listen in?
At this moment, on the other side of the phone? Please tell me it's at the phone. Oh, wow. Switching to Adventuring's POV. What? Wait a minute.
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement. Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Abjin extinction event into a distant memory.
Wasn't Adventuring from Sigonia?
In an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects.
I think this might be talking about Adventuring's home,
This
which
is why very few
it's
intelligent
weird
species have made this planet their home.
why we're learning about it.
Dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
Interesting. So they don't believe in the Aeons.
Sigonia, ravenous eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods. Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth.
Okay.
You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops, if thou can hear me, please open up thy 3 eyes and gaze upon this child. When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went,
Oh.
I too soon must go.
Oh boy, that's rough. Jeez Louise.
I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me, does the baby swaddle sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
Oh, that's...
Mommy!
That's not good at all.
Mommy! The rain! It's raining!
Raining?
Hey, didn't they say that they, like, never get rain, only lightning? So wouldn't that mean that the child had a very fortuitous birth?
It is raining! It's true! Those outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Oh, please don't do anything bad.
Back home. Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you.
Surely nothing bad happens.
Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were born, the sky also sent down a gift like this from Gaiathra.
So yeah, a very, like, very important event happening at birth.
Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. Just like your name. A gift from them to Avjen. My boy.
Surely it's not aventurine. Would never be.
May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing.
No, doesn't sound like the mom's gonna live, unfortunately.
Let your journey be forever peaceful.
Which, I mean, granted, I guess I kind of saw coming, but...
And your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to
Oh,
this sad
look, it's not aventurine.
Kakavasha.
And, by the way, hold on. Kakavasha means child blessed by Gaiathra. I mean...
Time to wake up, gambler.
Oh gosh, it's Dr. Ratio.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad.
I bet it is aventurine. It was just...
didn't expect you to be back.
It was just his name at birth instead of what the IPC calls him.
Anything?
Just as you guessed, Nobody outside knows about Robin's death.
Oh, wow.
There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Yeah. Truly.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival.
Oh, yeah, I don't think anybody had
To be
expected that
honest with
one.
you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself. Until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
So what I just heard is Aventurine tried to you know, irk a few times.
The Oak family on your behalf.
He's
They
insane.
were quite in a pitiful state of disarray.
Aventurine's kind of crazy.
Besides Robin, there was
I don't know how he does stuff like that.
another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
Ah, dang it.
2 murder cases?
Learned about Firefly.
I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. He must have come across the other one. This murderer.
Their name is a Firefly. Please use their name.
But I have
Excuse
to
me.
admit, the case should be easy to crack.
Even if he doesn't know, but
We
it's
can
fine.
leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These 2 murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
I think everyone needs to be careful, but whatever.
Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend.
Actually, she said rock, and I thought it was an insult, but okay.
She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
Whoops.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the hounds.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Oh boy.
Who?
Sunday.
Oh? Interesting.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
Oh, jeez.
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Why is Dr. Ratio always so mean?
Fine. Well, that's great.
I mean, granted, it is
It's all
Aventurine,
great.
so I don't
You see,
blame
the dead
him.
can't talk, but the living can.
That is how that works,
Ratio, I'm
yes.
convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. Batman's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
I think he's gonna be surprised with how calm Sunday is. Like, obviously he's upset about his sister's death, but Sunday's surprisingly calm about it.
The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanica star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetime.
Oh, so it's very rare. Nice.
While you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Yeah, I love how Ratio is just basically giving up.
I won't sell you out.
Oh?
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Unless he just puts you in prison first, I mean...
And I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue, and let me deal with the members of the family.
Don't worry, I won't say a word. Proceeds to speak. Fate's Ensemble. As the story unfolds, you'll have the chance to progress the story from another character's POV. Can you leave me alone? When entering the character's POV for the first time, that character will automatically be placed first in your team. You can check the Fates Atlas interface to see which character's POV an ongoing mission or completed mission is in. If you needed to change your POV to continue the story, you can select here to enter Fates Ensemble. For more details, please see tutorials. Click here to switch to another character's perspective. Okay, I do want to see what happens if I swap. Do I just do another mission?
It's getting late. Where to now?
Or does it mean I just can't continue the mission? No. Okay, so you can't continue it unless you are on Aventurine's POV. Which, I mean, is super cool. I heard that they were doing something like this, but this is very interesting. I will say, though, is this now part of the area we can travel to? No, it isn't. Unless you could only travel to this from Aventurine's POV. I'm sorry, there's 27 chests in here? There's absolutely no way they put 27 chests in this building. Okay, that is... It's actually kind of cool. What in the world? I like that. I like that. That's kind of cool. It's just... It's like a... I don't know how many sided dice that is, but... Maybe like a 10-sided? I'm not too sure. Investigate. Yank. What a lovely song. Spin up that disc and sweet music will play out of the speakers. So, if I put down something new, then the record player will play a new track too. See ya, I'm off to sing this song to the other birdies. Alright. I do want to see real fast. Let's see what the technique looks like.
Feeling lucky. Interesting.
What is the peaceful calm? At the start of the next battle, all allies' defense increases by 24%. What is... Can we check Aventurine's... Oh, we can't view detailed information. Darn it. I'm gonna take a guess so that he's a preservation character. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for him not to be with having having a defense buff.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect. My name is Ratio. He should have mentioned it to you.
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Nice.
Excuse me?
He sounds... Ooh.
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimensional annihilating power armor of the Mobile Knights.
What?
Right. And as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours doesn't exist.
Oh. So he's a
You
kid.
can't see it. Like I say, only family can see the glory of the mobile nights. Enough. Get going. Don't keep Mr. Sunday waiting.
If you say so.
It seems like the idiocy index here is no better than it is out there.
I'll be quiet. Gosh, he's always so mean. He has like no nice words to say about anybody. I wanted to get the chest though.
Dead end.
The door is shut tight. Looks like we're on our own.
Ah, great.
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you get in before?
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these Nightingale statues. The direction of the statues can be controlled.
And which way am I supposed to face them?
On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify something before setting the statues in the correct position.
At least you tell me, that's nice.
Well, maybe we should do the same. Let's go and take a look. Of course, we can also use brute force.
I wonder, like, is brute forcing actually an option? I think it'd be kind of funny. Alright, for now we can't... Like, we can turn them, but obviously it's not going to do anything if we don't know the position, so... For now, I won't mess with it. Like, as much as I want to mess with it and just kind of experiment, I don't think it's going to be worth it. So, what in the world? That's a very pretty peacock. Let's see. Is this really it? Okay. Fun little hallway, I guess. Oh, and we already have a wonderful, fun wall walking. That didn't take very long. Okay, let's grab this. Where... There's a chest over here. Okay, actually there's a... Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna do this one first. Oh, you actually get 3. Okay, so we can... Grab this first. Oh, hello. You are a new enemy. Memory Zone meme, Shell of Fated Rage. Alright, so what is your... Lightning, Quantum, and Imaginary? We should be able to take it down, honestly. I'm thinking we can do it, so let's do it. Oh, is that? I'm sorry. Did these enemies just transform into a different enemy?
High stakes, high rewards.
Are you kidding me? I already hate this. Safeguard on removal. Damage taken decreases. Effect is removed when weakness is broken. Unit's action will be delayed further. When its weakness is broken, it also takes increased damage. Okay, I'm gonna check out Aventurian's abilities real fast. Basic attack, minor imaginary damage. Cornerstone Deluxe. Provides all allies with a fortified wager shield, whose shield effect is stackable. Interesting, okay. Roulette Shark. Gains a random amount of blind bet points and inflicts unnerved on a single enemy, dealing imaginary damage. When an ally hits an unnerved enemy, the crit damage dealt increases. Shot Loaded Right. For any single... Wait. Oh, sorry. Talents. For any single ally with Fortified Wager, their effect resistance increases, and when they get attacked, Aventurine accumulates Blind Bet. When Aventurine has Fortified Wager, he can resist crowd-controlled debuffs. Upon reaching 7 points of Blind Bet, Aventurine consumes the 7 points to launch a follow-up attack that deals minor imaginary damage to random single enemy targets, bouncing a total of 7 times. The red or the black. Using the technique randomly grants 1 out of 3 defense defense boost effects with different buff values. After entering the next battle, increases the allies' defense by the corresponding value. I mean, interesting. This is very weird.
Spend freely.
Alright, so now we got some shield, which, I mean, that's kind of nice. And it does stack, so I think it might be smart to just essentially use it on cooldown.
No dirty tricks, alright.
Well, now that was weird, but alright.
Watch your head. What are you waiting for?
Ew, that did not do much.
To betray my
It did like...
I charge
It did maybe like a couple hundred, which... I know we don't do a lot of damage either, but that was kind of weak.
Sure, I'll play along.
Let's add shield again. I just worry about losing too much, so I want to make sure we keep it stacked.
Good times. Time
I
to
mean, they're
save.
just charging Aventurine's ability, so I mean, keep damaging, I guess. Yeah, so you're not really helping yourself.
Stand still.
Oh, hello. Alright, let's throw some healing up in the air.
Trust me, this is a guarantee. Spend freely.
Alright, there you go.
No dirty the dice have been cast.
Definitely use... I'm sorry, does that remove all... That is... Hold on, is it just because it's... Shield persists. Enemy attacks will not reduce shield character's HP. Characters have damage. Where... I don't think it actually has a full weakness bar. I think it just makes it look like it does. I'm gonna attack it with something else in the future, and I want to see.
Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Cutting the net.
Yeah, because... No, maybe it does. Hold on, it might actually have a full weakness bar. But it's genuinely just... It's just easy to, like, take it down. Or the ultimate, like, does all of it. I don't know. I have to check. That is ridiculous.
Sure, I'll play along.
Yeah, we'll keep adding defense.
May as well kill them all. Stand still.
Man, this thing has a lot of HP, though.
I charge extra.
I'm almost wondering, is if the enemies that spawn in, they have the abilities of the enemies that they spawn in as, but they're, like, not as strong. They just make themselves look big and bad, because that one enemy on the right fell really fast, even though I felt like they're a lot more powerful than that.
Time to say bye. Boom.
However, this thing is really kind of aggravating.
Watch the face.
Oh, and there we go.
Hedge your bets.
Add shield back, because definitely need that again.
Well, kill them all.
And activate that.
We're just having fun.
Stand still.
Sure, I'll play along.
I don't think we need more shield, so we'll use this for once.
Goodbye to breathing.
Oh my goodness.
Good
We're just like whittling away the health, which is kind of aggravating.
More business, eh?
What are you
Alright,
waiting
let's
for?
keep going though.
My customers. I charge extra.
Okay. It's going somewhat fast, but not as fast as I wish it would. I do want to see though, this alt. Okay, so it doesn't do the whole thing. That's what I was thinking. So this enemy on the right over here just essentially had a very short amount of weakness.
Or maybe I'll take it off.
Blind bet 2 points. Okay, cool.
Hedge your bets.
Definitely put in some more shield. Probably do that again.
We're just having fun.
Stand still.
Surprisingly enough, I mean, then again, I do have Adventurine as a character, so I guess it's not... That kind of helps, but... It's honestly not as bad as I was thinking this battle was going to be. And it might very well be because we have Adventuring as a character that we could use because it has a higher stats.
More business, eh?
Relax. Naughty child. Good times. Time to say bye.
Alright.
Boom.
I think it's either this turn or next turn we're finally going to be able to eliminate it.
We're just having fun.
Oh. I was thinking we were going to be able to get Sampo's ult, but I guess not.
The dice have been cast.
That should finish it. Maybe. Yep, that finished it. Okay, cool. Yeah, honestly though, while we're here, I think what's gonna be best is going after all these, like, all the combat chests and stuff. Because with Adventuring as the preservation character on my team, it kind of makes it a lot easier than I was expecting. I will say though, I was not expecting there to be new enemies. I was expecting the same old enemies, so seeing the new ones are kind of interesting. Okay, hello. Uh-oh. Get me out of here, I already know what you are. Here's what they are. The memory zone means something in the mirror. Let's check ability. Mirror cognition. Transforms into other friendly units and copies their abilities. After the transformation, the unit's base stats are inherited. So, the mirror cognition is about as weak as, you know, the memory zone meme Allseer, the Heartbreaker, which are, you know, essentially like basic enemies, but they just transform into bigger enemies and make it look like they're strong, when in reality they just inherited their abilities. What are you doing? It's like doing like yoga or something. What are you doing, dude? I just want to check to make sure that we're not missing out, because if there's a new enemy, I want to at least try to battle it once. Let's just get this one first. Get this, there we go. There's a strange blue head up there that has been staring at me the whole time. It's so scary. I didn't think I'd get discovered if I had in this head. Wow, it's so dangerous outside. I want to go back to Verdant Manager. There's a blue head. There's literally nothing up there. Like up here? Yeah, there's like nothing here. What is this bird on about? Okay, let's click on this then.
6 nightingales facing in different directions.
Well, that helps.
An obvious hint?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are these nightingales?
Huh?
They are. What's wrong?
Yeah, so what do you mean by that?
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles to me.
So you're fighting over specifics. Be quiet.
There are no eagles in the 5 families, only nightingales. Why am I wasting time with you on this?
He's got a fair point there. The two return on the path they came from. I did... Okay, so it lets me look at it again. How's it faced? So it's faced like this. So it's up, right, and left. Up, right, left. Let's go back over here. Right, up. So we want to turn it clockwise. Clockwise as well, but this one counterclockwise. And that should open the door?
Just as I thought.
Nice.
Here's the correct answer.
A truly miraculous discovery. Perhaps I should offer you the chance to join the Genius Society.
That was sarcasm. 100%.
Really? Well, I thought you'd given up on that already.
I was being sarcastic.
Yep, I figured.
Can't you tell?
There's no way he could be that nice. I just kind of want to explore everything. Hope I don't get anybody sick from just spinning in a circle, but I like checking every option just to make sure.
Oh, impressive.
Wow.
Well, so much for Mr. Sunday's reserved, virtuous image.
Yeah, he's got a lot of money, apparently.
We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks, it'll not affect Penacony. Stop wasting your time nitpicking the family here.
Bro, he literally made an observation. Calm down.
The only way to destroy the family is death. Sunday must have thought the same. Let's head down.
Well, I'm starting to see where all the chests come from, because there are things everywhere. And of course, this is blocked. You are a pain. So much for exploration. You can't access this. I guess you just can't access it right now. Which stinks, but that's fine. Yeah, like, what? What is it called? Something in the mirror. Why is it like... Yeah, they're like both doing it. That is so weird. Alright, let's fix this clocky. TikTok, do you know about Babochka? That controls the dreamscape from the shadows? Oh, really? Do you know about Babochka that controls the dreamscapes from the shadows? What of the dream's edge, hidden deep below the dreamscape? Do you know about the top secret family sacrificial rituals? TikTok, they have fooled you, dear guest. Come and hear the truth. I shall show you how truly filthy the dark underbelly of Penacony is. Let's... Oh my goodness. I hate how distorted it is. It bothers me, but it's fine. So really all I have to do is just do this multiple times, and... Yeah, there you go. I hate how weird that is. I don't like it. It feels so wrong. Awaken. TikTok, think about it. These stories are insane, right? How could I believe such things? I'm sure they're all just conspiracy theories dreamed up by some B-grade tabloid. They must be fake. Right?
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Yeah, 100% he's a gambler. 100%. I mean, geez Louise. Surely there's not anything over here. Wow, how did I guess?
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
Ooh. Ooh? I know there's a mission. I know that. However, exploration sounds a lot more fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
A reward with no risk. I'll take it.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? Unfortunately, I think I have to defeat them for me to be able to yank these. Yeah, I have to defeat them all. Where do we start? Yeah, we'll just start there. Why not? Okay, hold on. Do they... Wait. Oh, that's a new enemy. Oh, hello. I haven't seen you before. That's awesome. We actually got a little, like, sneak peek about enemies to come. Set alarm. Enters a charge state. Uses wake up alarm for the next action. Wake up alarm. Causes all friendly units apart from this unit to immediately take action. Wake up punch. Deals physical damage to a single target. So it's a heavy support unit. I mean, geesh. But I am noticing that every time they transform, like it said, I know it said like keeps its stats, so you know, obviously HP and defense and stuff, but it's also keeping the weakness break, which is, I mean, that's kind of cool.
To betray my customers, I charge extra.
However, not that it matters because we just immediately mow them over.
We're just having fun.
That's what you get for challenging me. I do like that it transformed into the fish, because I think that means it'll, if I'm correct, it should attack all the enemies. Yep. Nice. Love to see it. I don't know if it actually would do that, though, because I know it said it shares stats, but... Oh, gosh. We have two more... Or one more wave. Yeah, because that just immediately got destroyed.
It's on me.
May as well kill him.
Let's see. Oh yeah, they get absolutely demolished here.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers.
I guess it's not as bad as I originally thought, but it's still kind of annoying that I had to battle all of them for some birds.
I hit the mark.
Okay, there you go. Now they're defeated. Now I think we can take these birds out? Yes, we can. Because it's all the way on the other side of the room, so it's not going to do anything. Yeah, and I figured it would only equal 1, because of course. Dandu Hut is so barren. Neither trees nor grass grow here. I want to bring some green to this place. I think I hear something. Why is my statue completely bare? You, how could you pull out all my grass? I have to report this to the Verdant manager. So you're telling me that your fake hair was the grass? Alright, whatever, I guess. Alright, a little bit of exploration over. Let's... Oh. You know what? Hold on. Let's explore this while we can. I am going to use this, though, and then smack at that. I will say, though, this is very pretty. Seeing, like, a whole setup of the dreamscape, that is so cool. Let's try to explore everything first, like I said. Or, you know, as much as we can before... Another bird. How did you find me when I was hidden so well? Huh? I think I hear something. So I was a feather away from being perfectly hidden. Next time, I'll remember to hide somewhere even sneakier. Don't forget to come and find me again. Let's go up these stairs. Is there anything up here? There is indeed. Let's do this one first. And we do have all the puzzle pieces, which is nice. It's not going to make us go chase them all down. Swap that way. And... Alright, so it just spawns in a chest. Okay. I kind of figured it would, but... Let's...
hardly enough for a seat at the table.
Is there anything... I totally just sneaked around that enemy. That was kind of impressive. Open, open, open. It wasn't opening fast enough. Oh my. Let's try... Oh gosh, do I want to try it? There's a lot going on in here. You know what? I think this will probably be what we deal with next time we come in here. I know it's a little bit early, but there just seems so much in here that I don't know if we'll get done in time, and I did kind of want to summon today, so yeah. Let's stop here for now. Do the path of return, so let's click on this. It doesn't seem like anything else is showing up. Achievements. Use technique 300 times. Oh. So that's what we got when I was clicking the technique button for Acheron so many times. That's why it gave me that. Tutorials, we already did all these, so let's just skip through it. Other than that, let's go to Wish, and... Where are we at? I want to check where we're at with draws, truthfully. So far, we have... Well, first of all, let's swap. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 6. So we have like around 60 summons since our last one. So in all reality, if we summon, I think we have enough to get a 5-star. I don't know if it'll be the 5-star. It might just be a, you know, one of the standard banners, but it is a possibility. And upon honest thinking, if the only reason I'm going to be summoning Lacha is for support, I already really have support that, I mean, works okay. And truthfully, I just want to summon Acheron because Acheron sounds cool. So, and, you know, obviously, once again, this isn't even guaranteed that we'll get Acheron. No, that wasn't. I thought that was a 5-star. The 5-star, like, Sheen. I'm like, there's no way we just got that. Alright, let's see what 4-star we got. You know what's even funnier? What's the funniest part is I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be funny if we got Gallagher? I can't even say these things anymore for them to immediately be proven wrong. Like, it's just... Jeez Louise. Lynx. Which I'll take. I'll always take another 4-star to get another, Eidolon 4. And then just a bunch of 3-star light cones. Cool, cool, cool. Let's keep going. Okay, that is the Sheen, though. So we are going to get a 5-star here. Let's see. I mean, I'm hoping. Let's see. Another Gallagher. I don't need another Gallagher. Alright, let's see. Heart's pumping a little bit. Oh, nope. Japard. Okay, well, that sucks. Yeah, no. Well, that stings. Now we're just gonna have to go for hard pity. We'll summon again. Let's see what happens. Yeah, nope. I was hoping, but nope, not gonna happen. Stinks, but unfortunately, it's kind of expected. We've been getting a bit too lucky with our summons. It looks like our 5-star might just be a Sampo light cone. I mean, oh nope, pellet. My bad. Sorry, should have waited. Let's check out our characters, which we did get Japard, which, I mean, that is a new preservation character, so I don't know. In the future, I might be using Japard more. Though I will say, the, it's a hard toss-up, because Japard is good at making shield, but the issue is that, hold on, sorry. The issue is that the shield only comes around every ultimate, and if you don't charge up your ultimate fast enough, you're basically left out in the open. At least, hold on, at least I'm confident. What does the talent, the skill do? Ice damage while frozen. Yeah, there's like, you only get shield on the ultimate. Equal to 30% of Japard's defense, plus 150 for 3 turns. So yeah, I mean, I don't hate it, but at the same time, I don't necessarily like it as well. And real fast, I'll check out the shop. I highly doubt we can summon more, but... And I know most of the time I don't really care about showing the story. It's like, it's a pick and choose battle. Some days I want to show it, and other days I don't. Okay, let's see. I think I could. Hold on, give me a second. I want to see how many we have. I think we could summon 10 more times. So yeah, we'll do that real fast, and those will be our last summons for today. Oh, hold on. That was a bit of an interesting lag spike, but I do want to make sure that everything goes through. Okay, no, so it's just a brief skip. Okay, I just want to make sure everything was all working before I tried to summon. Yeah, I wasn't expecting much, honestly. I will say, though, now we have 20 summons for our next 10 pull. Or for our next hard pity, so that's good. Dude, tell me not to play Gallagher more. Sheesh. I already have, like, Gallagher at, E2. Which is a tad bit ridiculous already. Shared feelings? Oh, that's cute. I like that light cone. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Alright, so let's go to characters, put that on Gallagher real fast. I mean, geez Louise, I'm already got him on E2.
Don't get too lost in those sweet dreams.
I will say that this eye picture is very cool. I like that. It might just be because he has red eyes, which, I mean, fair enough. I will say, though, little bit about me right before we leave, but I actually do have, it's not exactly red eyes. My parents like to call it amber. Hold on, I'm gonna grab this chest while we're talking, but my parents like to say that I have, like, amber eyes, so it's not exactly red, but it's, like, a very, like, reddish brown. So I think looking at, like, pictures like that make me feel really happy, knowing that, like, there are people out there who like putting red eyes onto their characters. Because, you know, I don't, like, my eyes, they don't turn exactly the same shade as red as this, but if you add, like, a little bit of brown in there, and kind of, like, muddle it a little bit, my eyes are basically would be this color with a little bit of brown. So I like when people do that, because I always feel weird whenever, like, and obviously, like, my eyes change color, which is even weirder. So some days they're, like, a really dark brown, and other days they have this bright red. So, you know, having that bright red feels really weird. But, you know, seeing that people actually like red, it's kind of, it's like a nice little, like, confidence booster. But, you know, that's, like, it's nothing, like, too terribly, like, oh my gosh, my entire world is ruined if people don't like my eyes, but it's really cool seeing that people like that whole red eye aesthetic. On that wonderfully interesting, fun little fact about me, we're going to be ending stream here for today. Obviously, we have
have like about 6 minutes before we're normally supposed to end stream, but I just don't feel I don't feel like we're gonna explore this whole room in 6 minutes. So we'll save it for next time and then continue on with the Trailblaze mission. But yeah, that has been another meeting at the Gaming Roundtable. I hope to see everyone on Sunday for our Genshin Impact stream, where we'll hopefully be finishing the alchemy mission event thing, which I don't know because there's an awful lot to do behind that. We only have that one day to do it, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope to see everyone then, and until then, I hope everyone has a fantastic time. And this has been another meeting. Once, like I said earlier, I'm just going to keep saying it because it makes sense.